Hello, Cryptowisers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Milton, and I will be your captain for this episode. Well, it has been a while since I checked out what was going on Binance Smart Chain. So in today's episode, we're going to catch up on some of our favorite projects on that chain, and I'm going to let you know about a new one that I am considering adding to my BSC farming portfolio. So you know what to do. Buckle up, because this is going to be another exciting episode of Cryptowise. All right, guys, so let's get into this. This is DeFi Station. It is the DeFi pulse for the Binance Smart Chain. Keeps track of the DeFi ecosystem on Binance Smart Chain. DeFiStation.io. If you don't know about it, make sure it's in your bookmarks. All right, let's have a look at the 90-day here of total value locked in DeFi on Binance Smart Chain. As you can see, we're up to 23 billion, almost 24 billion locked in. Now, I started talking about Binance Smart Chain pretty early on. Okay, my first videos on Binance Smart Chain here 2 months ago. So if you don't know what it is, you don't know how to use Binance Smart Chain yet, just go back, watch this video here, New DeFi Hub, Binance Smart Chain. That is a how-to explainer on how to use Binance Smart Chain. And back then, we were at just over $1 billion in total locked value. At that time, I said I thought we could get to probably about 25% of the total value locked in DeFi on Binance Smart Chain compared to Ethereum. Well, today Ethereum has under 50 billion. We're almost at 50% going to the Binance Smart Chain. The party is back at BSC, and I know a lot of people don't like it because it's not super decentralized, but personally, I will take super cheap fees, fast transactions, and a little more centralization for now until we get to where we're going, which is full decentralization, multi-chain universe. So right after I made those videos, Binance Smart Chain just pumped like crazy and all the projects on it. We got up to 11.8-ish billion locked. Then it kind of tanked and it looked like the party was over. But I said to you guys, and I've been saying it for weeks, I still didn't believe that was the end of Binance Smart Chain. I thought we would have another pump, and it looks like we've been doing that the last few weeks. So from March 25th till now, you can see it's gone from 13 billion to 23 billion. Part of that is the strength of the major projects getting bigger and bigger, but a lot of it is a ton of projects starting or launching on Binance Smart Chain or moving over, creating access to existing projects from Ether onto Binance Smart Chain. So let's look at the top DeFi projects here on Binance Smart Chain in terms of locked liquidity. We still got Venus, number one, going strong. You know, I'm a big fan of Venus. One, it's what a lot of the yield optimization platforms, the farming platforms I use on Binance Smart Chain, they're using Venus, and they're basically just auto compounding those Venus vaults to get me some sweet, sweet yield. So we love Venus, and also it was created by Swipe, and you know that I love Swipe. And we will be talking about Swipe and Swipe Swap a little bit later in the video. But this one here is the monster, PancakeSwap. All right, not much to talk about Pancake. They're the big boy in the space. They're the Uniswap, really, of the Binance Smart Chain. Although it's a very different platform than Uniswap, they are the big boy on Binance Smart Chain, doing great. The token itself has been doing amazing, over $20. I'm in a few pools here on PancakeSwap. I use it a ton to exchange tokens, to grab tokens. So all in all, PancakeSwap, awesome. Not much to say about them. Then in third, we got a new bronze medalist right now. That's Ellipsis Finance. They've really jumped onto the scene huge. Haven't really looked into them yet, but I certainly will. Pancake Bunny has been doing huge. As you can see, last 24 hours up 16.91% in liquidity there. And they have flipped AutoFarm, which if you watch the channel, you know that I love me some AutoFarm. So let's talk about it now. They've been pretty flat in terms of liquidity, but I'm not giving up. Okay, I got to be fully honest here. They've been disappointing in terms of price. Now, along with Ellipses, Auto did get listed in the innovation zone on Binance, and I had been waiting for this for a while. I thought this would be huge for AutoFarm, but it ultimately ended up being disappointing so far. So they did have a huge bump. There it is here, right here. That's the Binance announcement, and then it just dumped. So I think a lot of people had been farming auto, waiting for this news. It happens. I'm not quite sure though why people decided to dump so hard at 7,000, but clearly a ton of people sold off, and we are down from, the range I even really like to see it in. We're down to 3,400 right now for auto. To me, this is a steal. I love the platform. I've been using it for a while. I'm sitting tight, hodling. I'm farming in a bunch of the vaults. Now, just to say, if you are in AutoFarm, they are updating their Venus vaults. So they're going to go to version 2 of Venus Vault. So if you're in a Venus vault, you got to withdraw. And then after the 9th, which is tomorrow, they're going to launch the version 2, and then you can redeposit. So I've taken out my Venus vaults, but I'm also in the WBNB auto pool, as I know Marvin is as well. And, just sitting tight, collecting my auto. I think this project has long-term sustainability, so I'm happy to just collect auto. And they did launch their swap, and it works great. I have found some cheaper prices in terms of gas and stuff here swapping on AutoFarm than on Pancake. So I'm just hanging tight with my auto, although obviously if you are in auto like I am, it has been disappointing just because I like the project so much and I just don't think the price reflects the value. I mean, you're talking 1.3 billion locked in auto, and yet the token's only at 3,400. Now that sounds high, but it's a max supply of 80,000 tokens. So very, very low supply. So I'm still a long-term believer. I am hodling my auto. I'm going to keep using it. But I also use a bunch of other platforms on Binance. That's what I love about Binance Smart Chain, is that it's so cheap. You can just try things out, which I love. Ether used to be like that when everything was down in the bear market. But now that Ether is crazy with its gas fees, Binance is where I like to play around. I always come to Binance first, see if there's a token I like. And then if it's not there, I go over to ETH. But going down the list, I'm also still in ACryptos. That's been disappointing as well. It hasn't really regained its popularity from early on. As you can see, it really had this huge popularity when Binance Smart Chain first took off. Since then, it's crashed. I really like the platform too. It's done well for me, but there's just so much competition now in Binance Smart Chain. We shall see. I'm going to hang on to my ACS, but I'm not super confident there just because there's so much competition coming in. And one of the big projects that came in, obviously, I made a video about it, is the 1inch network. I use this all the time on Binance Smart Chain, and I have liquidity in a few of their pools here. So I've been farming the 1inch token, and that's been great. As you can see, there's 2 pools here where you can farm 1inch. You got the 1inch REN BTC pool at 44.85 and the 1inch BNB pool at 64%. That's the one I am in. So the fact that 1inch here is on Binance Smart Chain now, it's been great. And I actually have Binance Smart Chain to thank for the fact that I got myself some 1inch tokens, because I wouldn't have if they were only on Ethereum, and it has been doing great. Just announced yesterday, I believe, that Coinbase Pro was going to be listing the 1inch token, and we see the Coinbase effect right here. They had dipped on the dip that we had. Was that yesterday or the day before? I don't know. Crypto is just one long day. Anyway, on this last dip, they dipped all the way back down to 463. But on the Coinbase news, they've pumped up, and now they are sitting pretty over $6 at $6.18. I really like 1inch actually long term, so I'm happy to be in it. I think they could do really well in the coming months. And also SwipeSwap. As you know, I have a heavy bag of Swipe. At first, SwipeSwap, when they first launched, this thing was not working that well at all. It has been better. I have used it to do a lot of swapping, which works well. And I'm also in some of the farms, but it's not going to show you here. It's not going to load because I don't have my wallet attached. But I've been farming. The yield on the swipe rewards has gone up and down. Right now, it's only at like 40-something%, but it's been over 100 for a while. The rewards have been great. The problem is Swipe has been doing so good that the impermanent loss has not been that great for me so far. But as we see, Swipe sitting at 458, and it's been doing good. It's been a little bit up and down lately. You can see the up and down here in the last 30 days, but it's up substantially here in the last couple of weeks. And I think it's just going to keep going up because, as I explained in my video on Swipe, this max supply is getting cut by 2/3. And They did just announce their latest ignition sale. So April 9th, tomorrow, you got to sign up if you want to take part of it. But the big thing for me about the ignition sales are the tokens that are used, the swipe used in these ignition sales get burnt. So that's going to be part of burning 2/3 of the existing swipe until we get down to 100 million. So I'm super bullish on swipe, as you know, and it's been great to have swipe swap on the Binance Smart Chain. I use it all the time. But clearly, guys, the momentum has moved back to Binance Smart Chain. Okay, that is where the party is at. And it's not just DeFi, the Launchpads. We mentioned, I made a video about TrustSwap, which is still the #1 Launchpad project out there. They announced that they are going to be on Binance Smart Chain. And then just yesterday, Paid Network, another major Launchpad project, also announced that they're coming to Binance Smart Chain. And they are not going to be the only ones. I think a ton of ETH projects are going to be moving to Binance Smart Chain or offering it as an option. I am seeing it left, right, and center. And unless you're a Uniswap or one of the major projects, like maybe Aave or Compound, maybe you're not going to be worried about Binance Smart Chain. But if you're a smaller platform, you need to have Binance Smart Chain as an option, in my opinion. And we're going to be seeing a flood of projects. So I actually think we're going to see a time in the near future where Binance Smart Chain value locked in DeFi is higher than Ethereum. Not long term. I'm not talking long term, but I think in the next few months, we might see BSC take over liquidity locked. I just don't see an answer for gas fees on Ethereum in the next couple of months. So there is big potential for BSC projects to pump in the next weeks and months. And I got to share with you another one of these projects here in BSC DeFi that I think could be moving up these charts in the coming weeks. But before I do me a favor, will ya? Smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, why not subscribe? All you got to do is click the subscribe button. And of course, hit that little bell to make sure you're notified every time we publish a video. And join our Telegram group. The link for our Telegram group is in the video description below. If you love crypto and you want to know what's going on, make sure you are part of our Telegram channel. And last but not least, if you're new to the channel, we got kicked off of Twitter. We got suspended with our old Twitter account, so we just relaunched a new Twitter account. It's at Cryptowise, guys. So even though we don't have a lot of followers there, that is us. This is our official site here at Cryptowise, guys. So if you're on Twitter, give us a follow there as well. All right, guys, let's have a look at this new DeFi project on Binance Smart Chain that I got my eyes on. That is number 29 right now. Only 7.2 million locked in at the moment. BiFi, not to be confused with BIFI Finance. Okay, it's a bit confusing because their token is both BiFi and BIFI, BIFI. So BIFI Finance is not BiFi. So let's have a look at BiFi, number 29 on DeFi Station. All right, this is an interesting one for me. It's a pretty standard platform right now, a new platform. It's both on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, but like I just said, if it's on Binance Smart Chain, that's where I'm going. It's a lending, borrowing, staking platform. So very much like Aave or Compound. But what makes this one interesting to me is it's a sister company of BiFrost. So BiFrost is a middleware project. So basically the way that BiFrost works is if you're a developer and you want to create a D app and you're not sure what chain you want to build it for, you can actually use BiFrost and use it with any chain. So you create your dApp, you use the middleware of BiFrost, and it will allow you to seamlessly use whichever blockchain you want with your dApp. So this could be a very good use case. And I've liked this project from when I found out about it. I think it's got a good use case. It's got a great team. This is a project coming out of South Korea. They've got a ton of good investors, VC investors involved, and a great list of partnerships. As you can see here, they got Matic and Terra and Neo. Then they have also got companies like Paid and Refinance, Plasma Pay. So BiFrost is a legit project creating some really useful middleware for developers. If we look at their tokenomics here, they're the BFC token. That's the BiFrost token. Token's at just under 12 cents. It's a market cap of about 65 million. And as you can see, it's been doing pretty well here since it came out. This is the full chart here. Came out in late December, and it's just kind of been slowly doing its thing, okay? Not huge volume on this one. Most of it coming out of Uniswap and Upbit. Not a lot of people know about BiFrost yet. And obviously, I'm not a developer, so I'm not using this middleware. I can't speak to how good the actual technology is, but definitely from a use case perspective, if it works well, if developers like working with it, definitely has a place. So I'm intrigued that this team has decided to also launch this DeFi platform on both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So if you come on to BiFi.finance, you see here all the different pools available to you. You can either lend or you could borrow. So very much works like Aave and Compound. And as you can see with the pools here, there's the percentage that you either pay or get. So if you're lending the money, you get a percentage, but then you also get this bonus BiFi percentage. So same with other platforms, you're getting the percentage for lending out your collateral. You get that percentage back in that collateral, but then you also get that bonus BiFi collateral. But the reason I wanted to throw this onto your radar now is because they're doing this prize pool right now, 100,000 BFC tokens. So again, this is the BFC is the BiFrost token. So to incentivize people to use BiFi, basically they're going to put 100,000 BFC tokens as a prize pool as an extra incentive. So you can win up to 1% of your deposits in BFC on top of all those other APYs that you're getting. So interesting here. I'm always looking for a good deal. You know, Milty's looking for good deals, and this one's interesting. I have not jumped in yet. I haven't put anything in yet, but I thought it was worth talking about on the channel. And this is a post on the BiFi Medium. So they've got all the information here on the pool. But essentially the way it works is you get all your regular APY for using BiFi, but then you'll also get this extra 1% if you're lending on the BSC mainnet, 1% on the Ethereum mainnet lending, 1% pooling, which is only on the Ethereum mainnet, and then staking, which is also only on the Ethereum mainnet. You get 0.5%. And this is happening fast. So April 15th is the last day to participate. And then what happens is the staking period or the lending borrowing period goes to the end of May. And then you'd get that 1% back in June. So we're talking a couple of months here. You got to have your deposits in for at least 45 days. But an extra 1% of the BFC token as a reward. Not bad if you're into BiFi to begin with. And I think it's an interesting up-and-comer. The thing I really like about it is the team behind it here. The fact that it's the BiFrost team who have launched it, because there's so much competition now on the Binance Smart Chain. Also, Ethereum obviously has a ton of competition as well, and they're both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. But it's definitely a really strong team behind BiFrost. So I like that kind of branching out. Obviously, they see the potential in these DeFi platforms and they wanted to join in the fun. So definitely one worth checking out if you're into this kind of stuff. And as I said, so right now there's 48 now. I think it used to be 20-ish, 23, I think last time we looked at DeFi Station on the channel. Well, we're up to 48 projects. That's obviously not all of them. There are just projects popping up on BSC like crazy, but BiFi is here at 29, only 7 million locked. So it is very, very early, very small so far on BSC, but I am curious to see how well they can do if they can start climbing up the ranks. Obviously, one of the things with these kind of farming platforms, lending and giving platforms is just trust. Do you trust the team? So as always, Cryptowise is not financial advice. I repeat, Cryptowise is not financial advice. We're just a couple of wise guys talking crypto. So you do your own research, obviously. But for me, the fact that they've got this bigger project behind them and they've got a solid team, definitely makes me trust them a bit more than all these other ones that are just popping up and you don't know where they came from. And again, just to be clear, there are 2 BIFI tokens. So if you went up here, put in BIFI, you can see, so here's the BIFI Finance. That's not the one I'm talking about. I have used BIFI Finance in the past. It's another good farming platform. But in this case, we are talking about the much smaller BIFI, BIFI. And don't confuse it also with the third BIFI, that's Bitcoin File. No idea what that is. Ignore that. But this BIFI has a lot of potential. As you can see, only a $7 million market cap right now. Their first project, BiFrost, that has a market cap of 65 million right now. So we know that they know how to build a project up from this small start. And the tokens are sitting in at around 8 cents, 7 million market cap, trading volume of around 1 million. And again, it's on both Ethereum and the Binance Smart Chain. I actually don't see a place here to buy it on the Binance Smart Chain. Doesn't look like it's on PancakeSwap. I could be wrong about that. I did not check, but it is on Uniswap and Gate.io and BlackFi. But like other farming coins, the best way to get this BIFI, if you're interested in it, I always recommend just farming it. Just use the platform, get the rewards, because if this spikes, like we have seen a lot of the farming platforms spike, the price of the token spikes. Like we saw that with Goose Finance is a perfect example. You know, these tokens can spike big and then crash. I mean, Auto is even an example of that. So personally, I prefer to farm these than just buying them. But on the Ethereum version of BiFi, see, I've attached myself here on the Ethereum mainnet. They do have the option, as I said, they have the liquidity provider earnings, so you can earn it by adding liquidity for BiFi on Uniswap, or also by offering liquidity for the BiFrost ETH pool on Uniswap as well. For this, you will get almost 50% APY, and they also on Ethereum have staking. So you can also stake BFC here and earn 3%. But for me, my preferred method would be participating in the borrowing and lending side of things and just getting my rewards that way. But certainly at only a $7 million market cap, hard to find those these days. So lots of upside potential in this one. That is BiFrost and BiFi, the latest Binance Smart Chain DeFi project that Milty's got his eyes on. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Again, if you did, smash the like button before you go. Until next time, my name's Milton, saying over and out.